Hey Bulldog fans, welcome into a special edition of the Chris Hatcher Show talking National Signing Day. I'm John McAfoose, of course, as always, joined by head football coach Chris Hatcher. Coach, always appreciate you stopping by.
Well, it's great to be here, man, especially talk a little football this time of year.
Well, it's a signing day class that goes 17 deep, and at first glance, it looks like a pretty deep class and a strong class. Certainly addresses some areas of need. There's got to be a lot of optimism from your end on some of the guys coming in this year.
Well, they all come highly recommended, so we're excited, and hopefully, we've done our proper research and found 17 guys who fit, what we need to be a championship ball club. We still have a few more scholarships that will continue to be working to fill some needs as we head on into the spring and summer. But right now, we're awfully excited about the 17 new Samford Bulldogs.
Well, we can go position by position. We'll start with the quarterbacks because I think everyone wants to know who's going to replace Liam Welch, who, of course, has graduated. You've got two signees. They were both in the early signing period. You've got Michael Hires, who's a JUCO guy. Northwest Mississippi Community College was the #1 pro-style rated quarterback at the JUCO level. And then you've got Nick Scalzo, a transfer from the University of Kentucky. What are the skill sets that these two bring to the table?
Well, first of all, Michael, we recruited him here out of Briarwood High School and ended up going to Murray State playing for our current offensive coordinator, Mitch Stewart. He's a tough guy, very smart, can run and throw. Scalzo, we actually recruited out of high school. We didn't get very far with him. Went to Kentucky. He's more of kind of a gunslinger type guy, quick in the pocket, quick release. And then you throw in the guys we have coming back: Michael McGinnis, Asher Morgan, and Cade Blackman. So it ought to be a heck of a battle this spring practice.
Well, whoever wins that battle might have some new targets to throw to as well. 3 wide receiver signees. Thomas DiArmond, Baton Rouge native, was his team MVP. Cameron Harris, and then DJ Rios, who's a transfer from the Crimson Tide.
Yeah, we feel good about that. We lost some good ones in Montreal and then Jai Kramer and a couple other guys that have graduated. So we have some production to replace there on that side of the ball. Those 3 guys, we're excited. Cam and Thomas both are high school guys, where DJ's has a little bit more experience, and so it'd be interesting where we're going to put those. I think Thomas is more of a Chandler Smith type player. Rios is more of a Kendall Watson type player, and then Cam is a big, tall guy that I think could grow into being, fill that role that Jai vacated.
And rounding out the offensive side of the ball, you've got 2 transfers from Elon. One's an offensive lineman, Cameron Orr, and then a running back, Jalen Thomas, who just a couple of years ago was the Offensive Rookie of the Year in the Colonial.
Well, Cam, he's from Mississippi, and we were looking for another offensive tackle, and he's a big kid that we're excited about. And Jalen's one of his best friends, and Jalen played at Carrollton High School. For one of my former players, was his high school coach. So we're excited about him. With some departures at running back, we feel like we're getting another guy that can come in with some experience and help us out for that running game.
We'll switch over to the defensive side of the ball, and we'll start in the secondary. Obviously, that was a position in need. You go very transfer heavy there. 5 defensive backs. You've got Trey Elston from Auburn, Michael Irons, Cornell, who was a second-team All-Ivy League guy, Isaiah Richardson from Rice, Khalid Thomas from Harvard, and then Jalen Nelson.
Well, that was a position probably where we took the biggest hit because we had so many super seniors, I guess you call them, due to the COVID roster. And then a lot of those guys were half-year guys that we brought in. So that was a heavy-laden senior group. All of those guys have left. Right now we have only 1 corner that has playing experience, and that's Akeem Johnson. So that's a huge need for us. All the transfer guys, they're a little bit older guys, so trying to replace old guys with old guys. And then old Nelson, he's a phenomenal high school player out of the state of Mississippi that was a quarterback, safety, corner. We're really excited about the prospects of seeing what he can do, especially early on.
And then you got 5 guys up front as well, 4 defensive linemen and a linebacker, really mostly high school guys coming in these positions. Luke Chukos, Ian Pitt, Gennario Holt, Makai Gilbert, and then the linebacker Gavin Morris.
Yeah, a lot of high school guys, as you said right there, and so we're excited about those guys. Those D linemen are hard to find, so when you find some that has some skills, you try to scoop them on up. So, but we're a little deeper on the defensive line as far as returnees go. But it's a challenge, Foose, on this. Is because of the transfer portal. Guys can leave at any time, and so as far as keeping the depth chart where you have a lot of older guys and some younger guys on down the line, right now, man, you're just trying to fill roster spots, get through this year, and then you see where you're at again the next year. But this transfer portal has really changed the game as far as roster management goes.
Yeah, I'm guessing, there's some guys in this group that are probably going to come in and see some playing time right off the bat, I'm guessing, right? I know it's early, but as you said, with losing some guys to the portal, losing some guys to graduation, I would imagine that you're hoping that a couple of these guys can make a pretty big impact early on.
Well, we are, and we also early in the early signing period, and this kind of happened over the holidays. Josiah Matheson and Ian Pitt were two defensive linemen that we got, as well. One from an NAIA school and one from a junior college. So, we're the ones that are here at midterm, we'll get a good opportunity to see what they can do this spring, and then the ones that'll be here in the summer, they're going to have to come fill some voids, and hopefully we've done a good job of piecing this thing together, and we can put a great product on the field in the fall.
Coach, appreciate your time. Looking forward to seeing some new Bulldogs in the fall.
You got it, man. Good to see you.
Head coach Chris Hatcher, I'm John McAfoose. That'll do it for this edition of the Chris Hatcher Show presented by Alabama Power.